Hi students, welcome back to computer class. So in our last class we started chapter number 3, malicious software. Okay, we studied what we mean by a malware or a malicious software, and we started studying about first type of malware, that was computer virus. Okay, how a computer virus will spread into a computer, and what are the symptoms of a virus attack on a computer, and what are the preventive measures that we should take in order to prevent our computer from a virus attack. Okay, so these were the things that we studied in our last class. So today let us continue with the rest of the topic. Next, let us see different types of computer viruses. Okay, and the first type of computer virus is boot sector virus. Okay, first let us study about boot sector virus. This boot sector virus, they are present in the hard disk drive of our computer. Okay, boot sector virus, they reside or they are present in the hard disk drive of the computer, and such type of boot sector virus, they will get activated while we start the operating system. Okay, such type of boot sector viruses, they will get activated into the computer once we start the operating system. That is, while the booting of the computer takes place, the infected code which contain this virus, they will get loaded into the memory and they will get spreaded over to the computer. Okay, this is how a boot sector virus, they spread into a computer. That is, boot sector virus, they are present in the hard disk drive and they get activated once we start the operating system. That is, while the booting of the computer takes place, this infected code which contain the virus, they will get loaded into the computer and they will spread all over the computer parts. Okay, so this is about boot sector virus. And the second type of computer virus is file infector viruses. Okay, from the name itself we can understand that this type of virus, they will attack the files which are present inside the computer. Okay, and file infector virus, they will attack or they will infect files which have got .exe or .com extension. Okay, file infector virus, they will infect the files which has got .exe or .com extension. Okay, and what this such type of viruses do is they will delete or damage the files which are present inside the computer system. Once again, file infector virus, they will infect the files which has got .exe or .com extension, and this type of virus, they will delete or they will damage such type of files which has got .exe or .com extension files. The third type of virus is macro virus. Okay, third type of virus is macro virus. Macro virus, they can infect applications like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. Okay, and when a macro virus infected document is opened, the application will get infected. Okay, so macro virus, they can infect applications like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. And when a macro virus infected document is opened, the application will get infected. Okay, this is how a macro virus will attack the computer. And the last type of virus, they are polymorphic virus. The specialty of polymorphic virus from other viruses is that they can change its code every time it infects a new file. Okay, so whenever it infects a new files, it will change its code. And since it changes its code, it can have hundreds of different forms. Okay, the specialty of polymorphic virus is that they can change their code when they infect a new file. Okay, so since they change their code, whenever they seize a new file, it can have hundreds of forms. Okay, and a polymorphic virus is the most dangerous virus because it is difficult to detect. Why? Because they change their code each time they infect a new file. Okay, so polymorphic virus is the most dangerous virus, and the purpose of this type of virus is to slow down the computer. Okay, so polymorphic virus, they will change its code every time it infects a new file. And since they can change their code, it can have different types of forms. Okay, and their purpose is to slow down the computer, and it is the most dangerous virus because it is difficult to detect since they change their code each time they find a new file. Okay, so students, these are the four types of computer virus. First one was boot sector virus, second one is file infector virus, third one was macro virus, and last one was polymorphic virus. Among these four virus, polymorphic virus are the most dangerous one. Okay. So students, till now we saw the first type of malware, that was about computer virus. Okay, that is, we saw how a computer virus can spread over the computer, what are the symptoms of a virus attack in a computer, what are the preventive measures that we should take against virus attack. Okay, and at last we studied about different types of computer virus. Okay, that is, we studied about four types of computer virus. So with that we come to the end of computer virus, and moving on to the other type of malware. Okay, so moving on to the second type of malware, that is Trojan Horse. Okay, let us study what we mean by a Trojan Horse. It is a program that appears to be safe but damages the computer once it runs. Okay, it is a program which appears to be safer, but once it runs it can create damage to the computer. Okay, and one of the speciality of Trojan is that they do not reproduce by infecting other files. We have seen that virus or computer viruses, they can reproduce while they infect each files, but Trojans, they do not reproduce by infecting other files. Okay, and Trojans, they can spread only when it is copied to another system. Okay, they can spread only when they are being copied to another system. They cannot spread on their own. Now look at the example of Trojan horse. Acid rain, crack, wound. These are the examples of a Trojan horse. Okay, examples for Trojan horse are acid rain, crack, wound. So once again, a Trojan horse means it is a program that appears to be safer, but once it runs, it can damage the computer. And one of the specialty of Trojan is that they cannot reproduce by infecting other files. Okay, and the Trojan, they can spread only when it is been copied to another system. They cannot spread on their own. Okay, only if they are being copied to another system, they will spread. Okay, and examples of Trojan horse are acid rain, crack, and wound. Okay, so this is about Trojan horse, the second type of malware. And students, look at this picture. This picture shows that a Trojan horse is being detected by an antivirus. Okay, antivirus, they have detected the presence of the malware named as Trojan horse, and this is how the message will appear. Okay, the third type of malware is worm. Okay, we have seen inside the Trojan horse that they cannot spread on their own. They can spread only if they are being copied to another system. But a worm, it is a program that copies itself from one computer to another. Okay, that is, a worm, they are being capable of spreading to other computers on their own. Okay, in Trojan horse we have seen that they cannot spread on their own, but a worm, they can spread on their own. Okay, and a worm can run on its own and does not need a host program. When we studied about virus, we have seen that each virus, they require a host. For example, boot sector virus, they are present inside the hard disk drive. File infector virus, they will infect the files which consist of extensions like .exe. And macro virus, they will infect the applications like Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, etc. Okay, that is, each virus, they require a host program. But a worm, they can run on their own. That is, they do not require a host program for running. Okay. And one of the most dangerous worm, it is known as cod rat. Okay, the most dangerous worm is cod rat. Okay, and look at other examples of worm: slammer worm and straw. These are the other examples for a worm. Okay, the most dangerous worm is cod rat, and other examples for worms are slammer worm and straw. Okay, so worm means it is a program that copies itself from one computer to another. That is, they can spread on their own. And a worm, they are capable of running on their own. That is, they do not require a host program for running. And the most dangerous worm is known as cod rat. Some examples of worms are slammer worm and straw. So this is what we mean by the malware worm. The next type of malware is spyware. Okay, spyware, it is a type of malware which are designed to collect information about the internet surfing habits and frequently visited website by the user. So what this spyware do is they will collect information about which are the sites we frequently visit. Okay, they will collect all the informations about our internet habits. And what they do is that on the basis of this website that are visited by the users, the advertisements start appearing on the screen of the computer. They can be in the form of banners and pop-ups. Okay, so on the basis of whichever website that we are frequently visiting, which shows that we are interested in such type of websites. Okay, and what happens is that advertisements will start appearing on the screen of our computer automatically. And this advertisement, they can appear in the form of pop-ups or in the form of banners. Okay, so spyware means it is a type of malware which collect information about our internet surfing habits and frequently visited website by the users. And on the basis of this website which are visited by the users, the malware will understand that the user is interested in such type of websites. So what happens is that advertisements will start appearing on the screen automatically in the form of banners and pop-ups. So this is what the malware spyware do. Okay. And the last type of malware is adware. Adware is similar to spyware. That is, both of them, they do similar type of activity. Okay, adware, they are being used for displaying advertisement in the form of banners, pop-ups, etc. like what spyware did. For example, while you were searching inside the internet, okay, you might have seen advertisements like what you see in this picture. Like they might send a message or advertisement like you have won a prize. Okay, and mainly adware, they can get infected into our computer by the applications which we buy from the market or which are downloaded from the internet. Okay, adware, they mainly get infected into our computer with the applications which we purchase from the market or which are downloaded from the internet. Okay, so once again, adware means they do the similar activity like what spyware did. That is, they will pop up or they will display advertisements in the form of banners or pop-ups. Okay, and mainly the adware, they will get infected into our computer through the applications which we purchase from the market or which are downloaded from the internet. Okay, so this is what we mean by the malware adware. So with this we come to the end of different types of malware. First one was virus, second one was Trojan Horse, third one was worm, fourth one was spyware, and last one is adware. Okay. And with this I am ending my section today. Thank you.